Sunlight Education Ministry has a training course for parents called the 10 Principles of True Education. This is a little introduction to it, and it is my hope and prayer that we'll be able to take time on future YouTube videos to go over each of the chapters. There are 10 chapters to this course with you together. So the thing that I would encourage you to do, though, is to download the course and then have it printed so you have a hard copy as we go through it. There are things that you are to complete in the course. It's interactive, things for you to write down, do research, and so forth. So be sure and download that before you watch the videos. All right, this 10 Principle of True Education course is a training course used for homeschool parents, teachers, high school students, and college students. The course lays the foundation for understanding the principles of true education. It also helps parents to learn how to teach the academics from the Bible. One chapter is especially designed to show how the master teacher taught. The course includes 10 basic lessons. You do not have to be a trained teacher in the world system to be a teacher for God. As you study the principles contained in this course, you will realize that no worldly system has this approach, these methods, or objectives. This is the way of education God has given us. This alone will truly develop individuals who ever more clearly learn by precept and experience what it is to be filled with the Holy Spirit and reflecting the image of God. This course will help you to understand the nature of true education. Education is not training for a temporal job. Education is developing the mind, and hence the character, to contemplate the source of all knowledge and wisdom, so that the individual may change to conform to God's way, and may be able to think and to reason after Him, that he may know the true basis from which to make decisions and to act for the rest of his life. To give you an example of the actual titles for the course, I have them, and they are as follows. Chapter 1 is entitled Character Building and gives you the purpose of true education. Chapter 2, the Bible, the Educator. Chapter 3, the Master Teacher and the methods that he used. Chapter 4, Illustrations. Chapter 5, the Underteacher, and this covers the teacher, the student, and the mind. Chapter 6, Physical Culture, mental, physical, and spiritual. Chapter 7, Teach Truth. There are a number of Bible studies in this chapter. A study on books, drama, toys, dress, music, finances. Chapter 8 is entitled Obedience and Discipline, the character developed. Chapter 9, Academics from the Bible. How do you teach health, math, music, nature, history, geography, and prophecy, language, voice from the Bible? And finally, Chapter 10, the Higher Course, Continuing Education. In Exodus 20, chapter 20, verses 3 through 17, we have the 10 Commandments. In Deuteronomy 5, 7 through 21 as well. And we'd like to parallel the different commandments to the principles of education. The first commandment is, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." And the first principle in education is that God is the center of true education, and character building is the goal to be achieved. The second commandment, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image." The second principle of true education, all forms of false education are to be put away, and only the true taught. The Bible is God's textbook. Commandment number 3, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain." And the principle for true education: God's name is honored above men in true education, for he is the master teacher. Commandment number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Principle number 4 in education: true education recreates God's image in his students. Remember, there are many illustrations of this principle. Commandment number 5, honor thy father and thy mother. Principle 5 in true education: true education binds the family together. The parents are the teachers, and the child is the